Following the directives on social distancing and the partial lockdown announced by the president vis-a-vis the general perception that Ghanaians love to hold large funerals, there are concerns that our mortuaries would be getting full. And so on this edition of the Citi Newsroom, we're going around a number of mortuaries in the Greater Accra region to ascertain the situations there. And then, of course, we'll be engaging some Ghanaians on how they intend to hold funerals or burials within this period. This is the Citi Newsroom. My name is Nanatufo Boateng. Let's start off from the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital mortuary. We're fortunate enough to have the manager of the facility here joining us, Mr. Dejia. Let's welcome you to the Citi Newsroom.
Thank you.
Right, can you tell us exactly what is the situation here at the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital mortuary? The
situation now is that a few people are coming to take their deceased persons for private burials, and usually they will come and prepare all their documents, death certificates and other things. Once they are set, then they pay the necessary mortuary fees, and then they will bring another taker to prepare the body into a coffin, and then the next day they will come for the body. We only admit 4 people to come to the mortuary to pick the body, and then they will take it to wherever they want to take it to for burial.
Are we running out of space in the mortuary?
Currently, we are not there yet. We are not there yet. But if the situation continues and people don't come to do private burials, then we wouldn't have space in future.
Are we experiencing any challenges with respect to this lockdown and our operations here at the mortuary?
The challenge is that people are not coming the way they have to come to pick their bodies. Usually in a week, an average of about between 25 and 70 bodies will be taken away. In the same way, we receive such number of bodies in here. But currently, the number of bodies that are being taken home is less than, between 15 and then 30 bodies in a week. And it will impact negatively on our work here.
On that score, let's look at the staff you are working with within this period.
Yes.
Are you working at full capacity, or you've reduced the number?
No, we reduce the number. We have a skeleton staff. Not all of them. Some of them come. We are running shift system. So some of them will come in the morning, in the afternoon and close, and then others will come in the night and close the following morning. Because our facility, we don't close. We work 24 hours because we receive bodies from, not only from the hospital, but we receive bodies from outside, from private hospitals and those who die at home. So throughout the night, we work. As you see, Ghanaians like funerals with large gathering. That's the problem that a lot of people have. But I think there are positive side if you do a private funeral, where 4 or 5 people will come, prepare the body, and then take it home and then to the cemetery to bury. What I would suggest is that we should take our funerals to high tech, where very few people, let's say 4 people, will come to the mortuary and prepare the body for the coffin, and then with one cameraman, a video of all what they are doing. The funeral will be shot, and then will be beamed on social media for everybody who knows about the deceased person to see that this person is being buried. So from the mortuary to, let's say, to the home, to the cemetery where the pastor will be praying, people can watch it on the social media. And I think it will achieve the social distancing that we want, and at the same time we'll be able to bury our loved one.
So the place is not as busy as you would have expected on a Thursday, but we've seen a number of people around. We want to find out their business here at the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital mortuary. Hello and welcome to the Citi Newsroom, sir. Yes, please tell us, why are you here, and then what are your plans after picking up the body of your loved one?
We are coming to pick up our body so that by tomorrow morning we'll give him a private burial.
So you're going to do a private burial?
Private burial from here straight to the cemetery.
Right. This whole lockdown and coronavirus pandemic, how has this affected your original plans?
It has affected it very much because you can't call anybody. We have about 10 people handling this case. So we think by tomorrow, by 9 morning, we've settled everything. And that's all.
If not for this situation we find ourselves in,
it would have been a very big funeral where people from all over Ghana and the whole world will be there. But then as it is, We can't do otherwise. So tomorrow we'll bury him.
Do you have plans for a funeral later?
Later, we have plans for funeral later after the coronavirus is lifted up.
How is this affecting you financially?
Very, very much. I don't know what to say. It has affected it very good.
So this is in agreement with the entire family?
People don't know, because if we should call everybody, then there will be trouble. So very few of us gathered ourselves and decided to put him off.
Now, more mortuaries are feeling the weight of this partial lockdown. One of such is the mortuary at the Pantang Hospital, which we understand is currently full. And so we're going to go in to find out exactly what the situation is, what the figures are, what type of facility it actually is, how many bodies it can take at a particular time, and of course what remedies officials or authorities here are putting in place to mediate the impact of this COVID-19 and its partial lockdown. Come with us. Mr. Kese is the administrator here at the Pantang Hospital, and he's going to paint to us a picture of the current situation with respect to the mortuary at this facility. Hello and welcome to the Citi Newsroom.
Thank you, my dear.
Is the mortuary here at Pantang full?
Yes, please. Currently it is full. It takes about 102 bodies, and as at now, the number here is 102, so it is full now. But
as it stands now, the mortuary is full to capacity.
Yes, please. But we expect some people to come for their body in the course of the week, and then maybe other body may come. But when it gets to 102, it means that we can't take additional bodies, so it's full currently.
When you hit the 102, the 102nd body, yes, have people come after to make deposits? And what did you say to such persons?
Yes, please. People came. We told them that it's full. And once it's full, we cannot take on. So we are hoping that when people also come for their body, we freeze some space for the bodies to be taken. So at the moment, that is the situation. But as I said, in the course of the week, we are expecting some people to come for their body, and we will get some space for additional bodies to be taken.
Now let's find out, in the wake of this coronavirus pandemic and the partial lockdown under which we are, how challenging is it for you as a facility now that you are full?
Well, it's challenging in the sense that mortuary raking revenue for the institution, and once we are not taking on bodies, it means that we are losing money in that respect. And at the same time, when people also come for their bodies where they do make some payments, and one is not happening frequently, it means that hospital revenue from the mortuary side is being affected.
Mr. Wuku is the chief mortuary attendant here at Pantang Hospital, and so basically we want to find out from him if they are working at full capacity since the mortuary is full, or what the implications are for them as mortuary attendants. Hello and welcome to the Citi.
Thank you.
Right, so tell us, how many are you here, mortuary attendants, and are you still working with the same numbers, or what strategy have you put in place in these times?
Okay, we are 4 in number working over here, but because of the coronavirus, we have reduced the staffs. So now we run a shift. But 2 will come 2 weeks time, and another 2 weeks time. Some of us will come 2 weeks time.
Today is Thursday. We're heading into the weekend. Ordinarily, this is the time where we get more funerals in Ghana. Help us understand, how would this place have looked like? How busy would have this place been under normal circumstances?
Now, because of the virus, people are not coming for their body. My first they used to come, but when the government announced the lockdown, people are afraid to come for their body. So now we keep the body, nobody is coming for their body. So
how many have come today?
Today, only 2 who came to request for their body for burial on Saturday early in the morning. So that's it.
But then before the lockdown, before coronavirus, by this time, how busy would have been?
In fact, you know, the mortuary there, everybody say that every Friday is a market day for the mortuary. Yeah. So like first time, when you came here, you say that the place is full of people who come for their bodies. But because of the virus now, things have been changed. Everybody is afraid to come out because of the announcement from the president. So that's why the DC come down.
How worrying is this for you? How worried are you about this situation?
In fact, it is worrying for us, but how can we do? We have to save our life. So as the virus comes, we are also afraid. So we have to protect ourselves. So we cannot say anything. Just the only thing is, those who are here, we have to preserve them so that at the end of the day, everybody can for their body neatly, and that's all. So,
thank you very much. Mr. Uku is the chief mortuary attendant here at the Pantang Hospital. Now, earlier I had an interview with the secretary to the Mortuary Workers Association. Take a listen.
Well, our mortuaries are not looking too good. I mean, the president gave a directive last time that public burial should not happen because of the COVID-19. If you go around, the information is that most of the facilities or most Ghanaians have postponed their funerals, making it very difficult for the mortuaries to have space. Going forward, we don't know when this disease is going to end. And if people don't bury, we are going to have another epidemic in this country, which we are going to call Ghana COVID-19, which is what we are foreseeing. PPE is still a challenge, very big challenge to all mortuary workers in this country, still, as we speak. Even before COVID-19, we had a meeting with the ministry, we indicated clearly that we still have PPE's challenges. So please, provide that with PPE, even before COVID-19. During the COVID-19, we made a statement clearly and presented to the ministry when we met them. After having talked about it, we presented it on paper and gave it to them. Still, we don't have PPEs. Government is saying that they are now contracting some Ghanaian companies to, as a matter of agency, start producing PPEs. Some are doing some donations. We think that government has failed the mortuary workers, and we are not happy, but we are still Ghanaians. We're still serving the nation. We think that we will not abandon Ghanaians at this point, at this material term, but there's a need to also protect ourselves. So when it is necessary, we shall act. But for now, we want to look at what government will come out with in a very short time. Before I came here, you know, people are agitating, General, what is happening? There is that thing that the 50% increase and whatever for some frontline workers. Someone was asking, who are frontline workers? I say, you are part of frontline workers. Let the ministry, or for that matter, anybody thinks that mortuary workers should be exempted. If they do that, they will see something in this country that they haven't seen before. That one is a straight warning. Members, mortuary workers are both front line and last line. Somebody has to define what front line is. I've seen documents circulating around hospitals, taking list of some workers they think that they have allocated. If somebody dies in the house and he comes to the mortuary, is the person sent to the police station or sent to a nurse to examine? The person goes to the mortuary attendant and he has to face it. Is it not front line? So what do you describe as front line? We're talking about only those working with the life people, or we are talking about anybody who is likely to come into contact with this disease. Why should you even have to think about keeping COVID-19 bodies in a refrigerator? Some other people who are advanced, who have got all the machines, the equipment, are not even thinking of putting COVID-19 bodies in the fridge. Just today, I read one African country saying all COVID-19 bodies will be buried within 24 hours. Families are invited to come and identify bodies. This is my person. Government to take up the cost of all that will go through. They'll bury the person within 24 hours. Currently, as I speak to you, they have bodies at reach. And I keep asking myself, why? Whether it is a separate chamber or not, the risk element we can't bear. When these numbers start flowing from all that, like we are hearing, we should be looking at another disease apart from the COVID-19, which is not in order at all.